Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share about filing, how you should file your returns for the year 2022. I know last year I did the same video, but the law changed in 2022 and we now treat NHIF deduction, that is the National Hospital Insurance Fund deduction, the same way we would treat an insurance policy. So I want to share how you are going to declare it. Because last year's return I didn't share on that part. Yes, so allow me to take you through the process by sharing my screen. I'm going to guide you step by step on how you should file it. Some of you have already done, good for you, but for those who haven't, please go through the process with me. Yes, so this is the P9 that I want us to use for this exercise. You'll receive such a document, or you must have received such a document from your employer. So you have the basic salary, you have the gross pay, the chargeable pay, the tax charged, the NHIF relief, the personal relief, the PE, then them. Yes, so once you have this, you log into your Itax, which is, I've already logged in to my account. So once you log in, you go to returns and you select the first one, file return. So on that first one, once you select the file return, you download the Excel from here. So you choose the first one, which is income tax resident individual. That is what we are filing. And then we have this first option. Click here to download the Excel. I recommend that you use the Excel because this will give you an opportunity to edit or to rectify where you've done wrong before you submit. Unlike the online platform where you have to click back, it might be a bit confusing to use the online form. So always use the Excel. So once you download and you open that Excel, it will land you here. You'll get something like this. So you come and open your P9 form. I want us to fill this together, and this is how you are going to fill. So let me just use a non-existent pin, which is A123. I believe that's okay. So the type of return, this is original, unless you had already filed and you are amending, that is when you will do an amended. But if you've not filed, then you're doing an original. So the return period is from 1st January 2022, of course, to 31st December. So 31st December 2022. Then you'll scroll down here and check on this particular insurance thing. Do you have a life insurance policy? This is where NHIF is coming in, and then you say yes. Of course, these other things will apply if you have a commercial vehicle, if your employer has provided you with a car. That is another story. Yes, so you say yes so that this tab can be enabled. So you go to the next, which is employment income. You fill in your employment details. In this case, let's fill in non-existent. We are there. The name of the company, let's say this is ABC Limited. The gross pay is what we have here. This person has basic salary, no other benefits in between. So the gross pay is just the same as the basics. So 712,440. So 712,440. Allowances is 0, 0, 0. Pension if is in excess of 300,000. This person only has a pension of 2,400. So we put there 0. So you go to computation of insurance relief, and this is where NHIF is coming in. So you need to key in the details of NHIF. And this is the PIN of NHIF. This is a very accurate PIN. This is the real PIN, not a dummy one. So P0510999232D. The name of the insurance company, it's National Hospital Insurance Fund. That is NHIF. You can even write NHIF. It's not a must you write it in full. So the type of policy, of course, it's for health. The policy number, you get it from your NHIF card. That is your NHIF number. If you don't remember your NHIF number, you can send an SMS with your ID to number 1550. This one you'll get you'll get your NHIF number just in case you've forgotten. So let me just put 001. The policy holder, of course, it's yourself. And then the commencement date and the maturity date is last year's dates. That is from the first day of the year, 1st January 2022 to 31st December 2022. This is because this is for that particular year only. The sum assured is actually the premium that you paid at the end of the year, or whatever NHIF was deducted every month, the sum of the NHIF deductions for the whole year. And in this particular P9, which may also happen to you, you only have the relief. You don't know how much was deducted unless you have copies of your pay slips. So in this case, there's no point of worrying at all. You come to your calculator, which is here, and then you calculate backwards. So this 2,235, which is NHIF relief, is 15% of what was deducted. That is how we calculate insurance relief. It is always 15% of the premium, up to a maximum of 5,000. So 2,235 is 15%. So what about 100%? So you multiply by 100. I don't know what's happened there. Yeah, so you multiply by 100 and then you divide by 15. 14,900. So this is what this person paid last year is insurance, is NHIF deductions throughout the year. So 14,900. So you come here and fill in, that was the sum assured, and that is still the same as annual premium paid because these are the deductions. When it comes to any other type of insurance policy, like maybe education or the life endowment policy or something like that, you'll always find this sum assured and annual premium are different. The sum assured, you'll get it in that certificate that you received from your insurance provider, while the annual premium paid is the monthly deductions, the summation of the monthly deductions that you paid at the end of last year, from January to December, of course. So you scroll there, and you can see it has calculated 15%. So 15% is 2,235, which is exactly what we have here from our back calculation that we've done. So you can check that sanity. When you calculate and you put this, your whatever relief is here, it should match with what you have in your P9. So you move to the next, that is the details of the pay. Since you had already filled the employer's details, you key in there. Name of the employer, let's say we had ABC Limited as our employer. The taxable salary, now we move here. The taxable salary is what we refer to as chargeable pay. Other P9 forms will refer it to as taxable pay, so they mean one and the same thing. So the chargeable pay in this case is 710,040. So 710,040. The tax payable is this tax charged. So it's 150 for 12. Ignore the decimals. These decimals is due to the differences in software. Those are software issues because we use different softwares in calculating our payroll. So this is just a software issue. So ignore the decimals. So this is 150 for 12. So 150 for 112. Amount of tax deducted is actually what is on the last column. That is now the pay that we are talking about. So 119,386. So you key in there 119,386. So this is 31,026. This is actually the total relief that you got in the year, meaning personal relief plus any other relief that you are enjoying, of which in this case we are having NHIF relief. So you skip this, there's nothing that we are filling here, and you go direct to tax computation. So under defined pension contribution, it is what you have here. It means this person had only NSSF. There is no other retirement scheme that he or she has. This is just a test one. Yeah, so this is a non-existent person. Yeah, so it means this person is only NSSF. So 2,400. So you key in 2,400. On personal relief for the year, of course, for last year it was 28,800, which is actually what is here, 28,800. But In the case that you were even employed for 3 months, 4 months, 10 months, 11 months, you should still key in 28,800 since you're filing the return for the year, not for the month. So always be cautious about that one. It doesn't mean that you were employed for 2 months, so you put in relief for 2 months. No, you are filing return for the year. So always key in the total amount of relief for that particular year. So we've keyed in 28,800. All these are zero. There is no installment tax, no withholding tax, and that's it. The tax due is -9, and this is perfectly okay. This difference is due to the software issues that I mentioned earlier. Plus or minus 10 up to 10 is perfectly okay. Those are just software issues. So if it's a positive, you can just pay through M-Pesa, yeah, or if it is negative, just submit and that's it. Another situation where you'll find yourself is in a negative position is if you are employed partially, because when you key in your details here, it calculates that as annual income, not monthly income. So it will actually distribute, this Excel will distribute your income to the 12 months. So it means you are overtaxed in a way because you are partially employed. So you'll end up in a negative position. And you see still you're putting relief for the year, not for the number of months that you work. So you will get yourself in a negative position, which is okay. If you find yourself in a positive position and you know that the tax was deducted correctly, then there is a problem with the data that you filled in. You need to recheck that data because if the tax was deducted accurately and you find yourself in a very big positive position, of course, if it is like a positive of 5 or 10, there is no problem. But if you are finding yourself in a very huge positive position, there is an issue. You should recheck your sheet or you can contact me through my social media handles and I'll help if you are stuck. So that's it for employment income with insurance relief together with NHIF since we are now treating it as the same thing. If you have any challenge, do not hesitate to contact me. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's it about filing your returns for the year 2022. If you have an additional insurance policy apart from the NHIF, please declare it the same way. Just ensure that in the last tab, the whatever relief you have matches with what was declared throughout the year or whatever percentage of premium that you paid throughout the year, because the relief that you get is always 15% of the premium that you paid to your insurance provider. So please check that just to ensure that everything is okay so that you don't end up with amending your return, following up with Kenya Revenue Authority and all that. And if your employer didn't give you the relief, didn't declare that insurance policy when filing your pay as you earn return on a monthly basis, you'll find that your return will be in a negative position. So please claim for a refund from Kenya Revenue Authority and just share the proper documentation. Provided the documentation is clear, I'm sure you will get it. If your documentation is not clear, it will be at all order. If you have any problems with the process or you feel like you're not sure, please contact me. I'll assist in the process. Bye bye.